Hello, this is Osiris USA from the Thrifty Gamer, and today we're going to be having a look at Project Blackout. This is a MMO FPS. I'm not really going to get into all the different little things in the shop and all that kind of stuff because it's pretty standard as far as your MMO FPS goes. It runs right along the same lines as just about everything else that I've played. The one thing that I do want to mention is that when you buy a gun in this game with your in-game currency, instead of having a time limit on it, like say 5 days or 1 day or whatever, when you buy a gun you have charges on it. So it depends on how much you actually use that gun, how soon you will run through your charges. So that's kind of neat. That means that, maybe you buy a gun and something comes up, you can't play for a couple days, or you buy a gun and then you go out of town or something like that, then it doesn't just expire because you haven't been able to play the game. It actually depends on how much you use the gun. So what we'll do is go ahead and try a quick start. This game does have a pretty bad quick start option. It seems to actually have put me in a half-decent room here. We'll go ahead and hit ready while we're waiting for this stuff to go up. But if, say, it'll put you in a room with one other person while you're just waiting, and maybe you don't want to wait, so you exit out of that room. If you hit quick start again, it will put you back into that same room automatically. So if you don't find the quick start room that you're looking for right off the bat, then chances are that you're gonna have to go down the list and find a room to join. This game has a few different kinds of game modes. Nothing too terribly interesting, with the exception of the escape mode, where you are trying to escape from dinosaurs, which is kind of interesting. Might have to try and see if we can get into one of those games here pretty quick. And if we don't get somebody ready on this side of the board soon, we may just exit out of this one and go find a decent game. Yeah, I think we're just gonna skip out on this one. Alright, let's separate these by mode. As you can see, most popular mode is deathmatch. Got a few bombs, rooms going. Let's see. Okay, here's a couple of escape games going. I'm not real fond of this map, the nest, so we'll go into Dino Breakdown. Go ahead and enter this room. As you can see, there's already some people playing. We can just hit start and jump right into the game. Now, it appears that I'm going to be on the dinosaur team, and I will be trying to prevent the humans from escaping. So, here I am as a dinosaur. Your primary fire is going to be a swipe, and your secondary fire is going to be a bite. And it looks like somebody is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I happen to be a raptor. I'm not really sure what the particulars are on how you end up being the Tyrannosaurus Rex. For what I saw in the marketplace, it's not like something that you buy. I think it's just one player ends up as the T-Rex, because there's always one in a game. And you saw I flashed up something there. It said mission complete. If you look over on the left hand of the screen, there is a little box that has some objectives in it. The objective for that one was actually to get killed, so that's interesting. Not really something that you go out and try to do on purpose, but there you have it. So these things will give you a few different things when you complete them. You actually have to complete all of the missions on a list, and then you will get a ribbon. And I think when you complete all of those things, you get some in-game currency. So there's enough incentive there to actually go out and do these things. You know, getting that in-game currency is actually really nice in this game. You can buy just about everything with currency. The only thing that you can't really buy are some of the character models and things like that. But all of the weapons and everything like that can be bought with in-game currency. So that's a good thing. Let's see if we can't kill ourselves a human here. Oh, looks like he got a grenade off before I killed him. Or somebody else got a grenade off. Well, look at that. Apparently, I am the T-Rex. Oh. This is interesting. I've not actually been able to play as the T-Rex before, so this obviously goes to show that this is a random selection as to who ends up being the T-Rex. Looks like I ate somebody there. This is kind of cool. I'm not sure what my secondary ability is doing. It is Howl, but I'm not sure what the purpose of it is, really. But that's okay. We don't always have to understand exactly what's going on when we first jump into one of these things. Oh. Looks like somebody shot me probably right in the eye. That seems to be the weak point on the T-Rex. I'm kinda not liking my limitations and where I can go as the T-Rex. This is just kinda around those two streets is the only place I could go. It looks like they all escaped, and now we're switching teams, so it will now be our goal to try and escape from the dinosaurs, and the other team will be the dinosaurs trying to catch us and eat us. So, kinda. Oh, looks like we got the T-Rex right there. Go and get some shoddy action on him. Oh, we got a raptor behind us. Alright, so if you hit T, you can come into this screen and actually switch through all of the different guns that you have available to you. As you can see, I don't have any secondary or any of this kind of stuff extra. I've only bought a few primary. I have the shotgun and this M4A1 assault rifle that I've bought. And I actually like this M4 quite a bit, so we'll run with it. Let's see. Where am I going? Dinosaurs do take quite a lot of punishment before they actually die, so that's something to be aware of. You're not going to be able to come in and maybe one-shot a dino or something like that, but they do eat quite a few bullets before they go down. And they can be quite hard to hit when they jump around like that, which I suppose is kind of the way to go about it if you're playing the dinos. Just jump around quite a lot and try and eat the humans. I think I'm gonna drop a grenade right here and try and get rid of these guys. Oh, only killed one of them. Okay, respawning. Looks like they've kind of pinned us down right here at our spawn point, which is not ideal. I'm gonna try and clear them out of there and see if we can't move along. Alright. Looks like they just keep coming in. I think I'm going to make a run for it. It looks like me and that guy are about the only ones left. So, oh, let's see if I can sneak by him. No, didn't think so. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Well, looks like there's at least 3 of us here. Let's see if we can move forward in our endeavors here. Holy cow. Was not expecting that. Flying dinosaurs in your face and whatnot. Well, it looks like this guy has come up here and killed my other teammate. I have a feeling that that one caught me from behind. So this is kind of an interesting game mode. I don't think I've seen this in any other game. Maybe a similar style, but definitely not with the dinosaurs. So we'll see if we can't wrap this up and maybe move into one more match, and then we'll call this video done and move along. It doesn't take long for them to kill you. If they get the drop on you, a dinosaur will pretty much take you out pretty quick. It can be kind of unnerving when you're running around and all of a sudden you hear the raptor growl in your ear, and you know they're right there looking for you, trying to get you. Can kinda, oh, caught me from behind again. It can kinda get your heart pumping when you're running around. You can hear them, but you can't see them, you know. Looks like we've got about 12 seconds left in this match, then we'll be done. And where is that guy hiding? He keeps popping out and getting me from behind. Alright, so here's your final game screen, and it will give you some stats, kills, deaths, things like that. All your standard stuff that you would expect from that kind of thing. I completed a mission, and it looks like I have leveled up to Private First Class. And as you can see, it's given me some credits. Those are your in-game currency that you'll use. Alright, so let's exit out of here. There is another interesting game mode in here where you will be trying to take out helicopters or tanks. No, heavy artillery. Now, the helicopters and tanks are on a predetermined flight path. You can't fly them, but they do have a gun that you can get in and shoot stuff that's around, and then your goal is to kill their helicopter before they kill yours and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. I think we're going to jump into this room and we'll show you some regular deathmatch type gameplay, and then we'll wrap this one up. Okay, looks like this is actually a bomb style of game. It's interesting. Alright. I could have swore that it's a deathmatch, but I may have been looking at the wrong one. So the objective to this, as in many other bomb drop game modes, is to make it to the enemy's bomb site and drop the bomb. I found that this shotgun is pretty much useless. It doesn't do a whole lot of good. I need to switch it around so that it's not the gun that I start with anymore. I just keep forgetting to do that. No, I think this is not a destruction mission. I think we are just in a bomb drop map. So usually, if you die in a bomb drop mission, you have to wait until the next round to respawn. So I think we are doing deathmatch. It's just a bomb drop map that we're on. Well, that was rather short. Looks like my team did win, though I was only there for maybe a minute. Let's see how fast they start up another game, and we'll try and get a good game in before we leave. Yeah, looks like we've got some pretty even teams. Just gotta wait for a room host to start the match. There we go. Looks like we've got a new map here too. Now this game, even though it is very much skill-based, of course, as you would expect with any FPS, the learning curve is not quite as high. So you'll be able to get into this one and be fairly effective fairly quickly. Some of the other ones out there are kind of a steep learning curve, and they tend to take a while to get the hang of before you're an effective player. I got hit by a grenade there. Some kind of incendiary grenade. I have to thank somebody else for saving my butt on this one. Like I said, this shotgun is not particularly useful in any way, shape, or form. You have to be careful on this map, because if you get hit by that trolley car, you will die. Oh, it will kill you if you get hit by it. Look at that! I actually got a kill. Not something that happens very much while using this shotgun. Let's see. Looks like we've got them pinned down pretty good over here in their spawning area. Looks like that other guy flanked me and took me out. Well, I'm gonna go in and switch out our weapon here. This should be a little better. It is important for me to note that this is probably one of the best games that I have found as far as FPS goes. The other ones tend to be really buggy, for one, and they can also be just chock full of hackers. It's really a shame, because there are some other games that have really solid gameplay that I would like to play, but there are so many hackers in them that it's impossible to play that game without having a hacker in the room. There was one incident that we were just being slaughtered by this one person, and every time you would spawn, the spawn point was just exploding all over the place. And then when you would die, it would cut away to show you the who killed you view, and the person is just standing there in the street, like on the other side of the map, not doing anything. They had figured out a hack to make our spawn point explode pretty much forever. It just kept exploding. It never stopped. So, you know, I really hate to see that, especially in a game that has good gameplay, because it's really ruining the game. If there are a ton of hackers in a game, then legitimate players are not going to want to go play that game. And it is really just taking away from the developer and the publisher of the game. There is one gun in this game that seems to be extremely overpowered. It's the one that just killed me and my teammate there. It is like impossible not to get a headshot with that gun. I haven't bought it yet to see exactly how that works, if it's just got better sighting on it, or what the deal is there, or if it's just completely OP. But I am gathering up my... Oh, dummy. That was me being dumb, not checking my flank. So anyway, I don't know if it's just that it's easier to sight with, or if it is actually overpowered in any way, shape, or form. So I am working my way up to purchasing that gun, and will hopefully be able to solve that problem in the near future. So if it's just a gun that you know, has a little better stats and is easier to use, but you still have to, you know, possess some skill in order to use it effectively, then you know, I don't see any problem with that. If it's a gun that just is auto headshot type gun, then, you know, I'm obviously going to have a problem with that kind of gun being in the game. It's very hard to compete against, as you saw. Well, chose a bad moment to switch to my grenade. Looks like I did kill him with it, though, so that's good. I at least got a 1-for-1 on that one. So, as you can see, this is a pretty solid game. It's not so skill-based that you're not going to be able to pick it up and play it and be effective, you know, as soon as you turn the game on. It is going to take you a little bit to, you know, be really, really good at the game, but you can jump right in and get some kills right off the bat. I seem to be doing quite terribly at the moment, but I think I'm going to try and blame that on trying to play and commentate at the same time, instead of me just being a terrible player. You guys probably think that I'm just terrible at video games, and I might not be the best player at a lot of games, but it's kind of this thing where a lot of these games are skill-based, and I don't really get to spend a lot of time with each game individually, just because I do so many different games. I play so many different games, and a lot of the games that I play I don't even do videos of, because I don't think that it's a good enough game for me to tell you, hey, check this game out. Like all of the other FPSs that I went through and had terrible problems with. There's that gun again. He didn't headshot me, but it only took him about 3 shots to kill me with it. But yeah, I don't get to spend a whole lot of time with these games, so I don't have a great amount of skill with said games. See if we can't get the drop on these guys with a grenade, maybe. Again. Looks like we've got about 1:30 left on this one. We'll go ahead and play out the rest of this round, and then we'll wrap up this video and call it good for the day. I think I may have seen somebody trying to get the flank on us over here. Yeah. That may have been one of my guys. It was kind of hard to tell. Ah! It is rather easy to get flanked in this game, as you can see. You can adjust the frame of view if you so choose. I'm currently running at 70. It doesn't seem to bother me too much. I do get flanked a lot, and I don't know if turning up the frame of view would actually help in that matter. I may try it out and see, but that option is there if you find you want a little bit wider view frame. That you can turn it up. I think it goes up to around 90 or 100, something like that. So that option is there. It's a pretty good option. I wish that when you killed somebody, it actually gave you a little better indicator. It does give you that little red star, but I wish it had something a little more visual to indicate that you just killed whatever you were shooting at. Alright, so that was Project Blackout. And like I said, this is about one of the best ones that I've run across, and I played a lot of them trying to find a decent FPS to show you guys. No hackers. I have not encountered a single hacker in this game, which is good. The community seems to be okay. You don't get a lot of hazing or anything like that. You know, if you're new to the game and you jump in and maybe you're sucking a little bit, they're not going to tell you suck noob all the freaking time. Of course, that does happen. You'll see some of it, but there's not a lot. The gameplay is solid. It's fun. They've got a couple different things you can do to mix it up. And I've actually had a lot of fun playing this game, which is, of course, the big thing. If you're not having fun playing a game, then you shouldn't be playing the game. But this one is really a lot of fun. If you head over to projectblackout.com, you can download the client, try this one out. It's free to play. There's really no reason not to play this one if you are an FPS fan at all. This is a really, really good game. So go check it out. And until next time, this has been Osiris USA, and good gaming.